Good evening, victorious ones. It's your coach, Monica Stokes, y'all. I'm on here today on this this fabulous Friday evening. It's evening where I'm at now. But I was able to wind down my evening as I'm able to come on here to speak to God's victorious one, the you that's watching this video. So I want to welcome you to the Victorious Ones family. And I want to thank all of you for being a part of God's vision and God's mission to bring all of his victorious ones together as a community. Because that's what God wants us to do, build a community based on him. So with that being said, y'all, I'm going to get straight into this message. On today, the title to this video God gave me is, it's time for you, the you that's watching this video, to stop having a distorted vision of yourself. And when you think of the word distorted, y'all notice I'm saying it slow, that way I can enunciate and pronounce the word right. When God is saying stop having a distorted vision about yourself, I looked at the word itself, distorted. That way I can break down the understanding to all of us. Because God gave it to me. And from there, he gave me revelation of things that I overcame to stop having a distorted vision of whom God has called me and is making me into. So whenever you think of the word distorted, it's a misleading, false outlook or account or impression of something. A false impression or outlook on something. And I went to thinking what God was talking to my heart about. So I want y'all to just put your spiritual ears on and listen to the message, because I want you to really gain something out of this information. I was like, God, what you mean by me being distorted? I used to thinking I was distorted. And it's crazy because I was speaking to somebody today, and that's how I came upon the revelation of this message. I said, the crazy part is the old me 3 years ago, and beyond that, until the current 3 years that I'm in, after I got out of my healing season, I used to feel like I was such a broke down, lost, hurt, low confident, single mother, 4 young men. But God kept bringing individuals to speak into my life before I could even see. Monica, you're such a nice person. You just they were speaking life into me. I'm going to say that because this ain't about me. It's about your heart. I want to just resonate with you in the message. So sometimes you can have let me slow down, y'all. You can have a distorted viewpoint of who you are whenever you're not fully healed or you're going through your healing journey. I want you to not let that stop you. Don't let how God is building you, changing your mindset, stop you to stay stuck saying, I'm not going to change. It's just how I am. No, don't tell that lie to yourself. Don't tell that story to yourself. Because when I kept repeating that lie and that story and that narrative in my head, then nothing changed for me. I kept putting myself in broken relationships, friendships that wasn't of God and of what I needed to be a part of. I'm not blaming me now too. I'm not just blaming the individuals. But my point is, if you keep replaying the narrative in your head, like I'm always going to be here, this not going to change for me. The outside and our life don't change until the inside changes first. I'm talking about the real spiritual growth with God. I'm not talking about the worldly outlook on things. No. I'm talking about the spiritual eyes God give you, the discernment that God gives you, the Holy Spirit give you. That's a gift, y'all. And that's a gift I tell God thank you for every day. But it took me to get in a place where I was healed to recognize the gift that God gave me. If I decided to stay with the woe me mentality, that gift would have never been buried. The gift was always in me because God burst all of us with a gift. But it can get buried. But this is what God is saying to your heart today. With the gift that he has put within you, and you may not even recognize what that gift is, but there's a gift within you. It may feel, I'm trying to get this word, y'all, distorted. Because your mindset has to be renewed. It's true. Once God does a renovation of your mind, I said God, because only God has the ability to renovate your mind. He will bring people to you, like me as your coach, pastors, mentors, to speak upon your journey in your life. but only God can really change and renew your mind. But the action, like I tell y'all all the time, that works for me and that has been working for me to renew my mind is I have to find something to feed my soul each and every day. It's a process, yes. But during the process, you're going to have to do the new thing. And when you do the new thing, you're going to have to do it repeatedly. Think about it. You breaking down strongholds. You breaking down generational curses. You may be breaking down bondages in your brain, in your soul. It's not going to happen overnight. God got to chip at that chain and break you free. And you have to be willing to let him do that. New knowledge, you're going to learn it. That's why I tell y'all to get a notebook, put the victorious ones on it, and use it as your YouTube notebook, your Facebook, YouTube notebook, and put down the title of the messages and take you some notes. Because that's how I continue to grow, even behind the scenes. I make sure that I am doing self-development. It's part of my life now. Never knew what God was doing 3 years ago when I was so intrigued by watching things that was developing my mind. It was not only developing my mind, but it was healing me. In the process of it healing me, it uncovered gifts and talents that I was like, nah, that can't be me. Nah, I can't talk in front of people. Nah, I can't lead small groups. Nah, I can't be a single mama, meaning with God, not of other people, validating from other people. But God changed my narrative once I decided to take the action to start feeding my mind the things God told me to do. Not feeding my mind of things of the world, y'all. It's going to get to a point, and I'm not telling you what to do. But this is real information I want to encourage and help you with. If you're watching something solely for entertainment and not growth, I'm talking about all the time. Like you're never seeking new information. You're not seeking growth. How do you expect to grow? Come on, make it make sense like they say. If you continuously watching the same things, you're going to remain the same person with the same mindset. Yeah. So I challenge you as your life coach to start doing the new things, which you look like you're doing right now if you're watching this video. And this is a revelation God even gave me today on this video to help feed his victorious one, the you that's watching this video. I had to go to a football game yesterday with my son, my baby. I call him my baby, y'all, but he's the biggest of my four, really, but he's my baby. And I was like, I'm going to be real with y'all. I love how God would give me stories to tell y'all. So I was like, I don't know, God. I was talking to God. I said, it's hot out there. And my baby said, well, we walking, Mars, in 8th grade. And I want you there. Of course, that made me go. I said, okay. And then in my head, I went to thinking, I don't got nothing to wear. That God said, you got plenty of clothes to wear. It ain't even about that. I was like, but it's going to be hot. So make a long story short, I went out there. It wasn't even hot because of the time that the game was set. It was perfect timing. And it wasn't even as bad as I was putting in my head. I go to tell y'all this because my old mindset could have overtake what the new that God is doing for me if I would have allowed it. The new meaning getting outside my comfort zone, sitting at a football game. And I actually enjoyed it, watching the kids, watching the atmosphere. And I got to walk with my son. It felt good, y'all, to be with him. And this was another thing. I'm going to release it unto y'all because God is God. And he want me to just be real transparent with y'all even in this moment. Another reason I kind of was like shy to go, not within myself, but just because of the situation. That's just the word I'm using. It's because I was like, God, but I'm going to be the only one mother or one parent walking with my child, walking with my son. All I could do is look at the camera like this. I look at you right now like this. I was overthinking something that wasn't even true. More than half, and I'm not saying it's because the people were married. Just catch my energy when I say this. More than none, so more than I even expected is what I need to say. Walk with just either one person with their child or their grandchild, whoever it was. See, me overthinking. But I didn't allow, this is the part where God want me to relate it to your heart. And I'm so proud how God helped me with this. Y'all notice I said God. I didn't let my flesh, I let God help me. This is the part God want me to let resonate with your spirit. If I would have let my overthinking stop me from going, oh, it's going to be hot, I don't got nothing to wear, I could have not had the opportunity, the chance to walk with my handsome young man on that field on a special day for him. How would that would have made him feel? Crushed, sad, broken? When that's not the point that God was trying to do, right? We be overlooking the perception that God be giving us when we need to slow down enough, for one, not to be selfish, two, to stop overthinking in such a way where we're staying stuck. That's the part God wanted me to get to you. That's the part of my brain I know that God has renewed. I used to let my overthinking, my old mindset, because I wasn't learning new knowledge, I believe I was missing opportunities. I'm talking about me, not blaming nobody else. We can be missing life opportunities because we haven't decided to receive and take action behind the information and the knowledge that somebody brings forth to us. No, you may not be comfortable right away sewing into a life coaching session. I get it, because it took me some time to get there. But don't let that stop you from getting on here, taking time to sow time into your soul to learn, develop, get the skills and the knowledges that God needs you to learn to become a new you that he's calling you to be. The purpose behind God's victorious ones is for God to renew your mind, for God to build your personal relationship with him, to help you in areas of your life that you may just need help in, your confidence, and which, y'all, I'm still working on each and everything I just spoke to y'all about. My relationship with God, my purpose, my confidence. But God has helped cultivate that area to where he has positioned me to be able to speak to your heart. I ask and pray God to do that. And he took this time in my life to allow me to be able to do that. I'm so grateful for that. So on today, God is saying unto you, you cannot allow yourself to sit and not want to be changed, to not want to be fixed, to not want to be cultivated. He said, not in this season. Not in this season, y'all. As his victorious one, you have to decide to take the action. And on today, I'm going to congratulate you because you're taking the time out to watch the video. That's time out of your day. And that's pouring new things into you. And God going to help you with that overthinking. Like he has helped me and continuously helped me with that. And I'm so grateful because it's helped me not to have a distorted vision of myself. Yeah. Through that transformation of healing, I now know I have a voice to speak upon the things that God has poured into my spirit to speak upon y'all for the purposes of the victorious ones. But it what requires that deep level healing, y'all. It do. And it don't happen overnight. And I get it now. Because if it happened overnight, you're not going to enjoy the person that you have become. It's kind of fun when you can look back and say, wow, I overcame that. And I'm becoming this individual that God is calling me to be. Y'all set your life up with the roadmap and the blueprint that God got for you. Don't be distorted by your past. Don't allow it to. And I'm telling y'all this with everything in me right now. Don't let your past distract you, disorient. Come on. Don't let it do it. Don't. And you're not by yourself. God has sent me to speak to your heart. If anytime you feel like you need somebody to speak to, I am a life coach, certified for the kingdom of God. Y'all feel free to book a consultation session with me, which are free. I got one later on tonight, and I'm excited to meet whom I get to meet tonight. I'm so excited. I get to do my favorite thing when I get to come home and speak on Zooms. And if you're not comfortable with Zooms, you can book a phone conversation with me. All you'll need to do is send me an email, and I'll be happy to set you up with a phone conversation. All of my consultations are free. And then from there, you'll book your one-on-one life coaching session itself, where I will have an action plan set up for you, and then we'll go from there. So come on, take the steps. All of my live coaching sessions, the one that's not free, it's going to be discounted for the whole month of September. Because I did that for my Quincy birthday. His birthday was early this month. So I decided to discount all of my sessions for the month of September. So y'all be encouraged. And I want to let you know, don't be distorted. Don't have a false viewpoint of who you are. Don't do it. Yeah, God is building you into that confident individual you say you want to be. Yeah, and I say who you say you want to be. Because you're going to become that person over time. Because that's what God has helped me with. Y'all, this is not of me. This is of God. I continuously come on here with the messages because God give them to me. Including the title. God said, you're no longer a distorted vision or version of who you thought you were, daughter. Talking about me. And I said, God, I totally agree with you. Y'all, I feel like I'm so extroverted in the area of where God has called me. Used to always tell myself or other people all my life, I'm so introverted. No, I'm extroverted for how God has called me to be. For the purposes of the victorious ones and the purposes how God has built me. So he gonna do the same way for you. You're not supposed to be extroverted and available in all areas. Hello. Because your energy is important. So y'all be encouraged. I'm not gonna be home blabbing much longer. If you're over here on Facebook, I'm gonna put the links to my website for the coaching sessions. I'm also gonna put the links over there on YouTube. All of you on YouTube, I want to thank everybody on both communities. If you have not joined the Facebook community over here on YouTube, please do. The link will be in the comments, and the vice versa for the YouTube community. If you have not subscribed or joined the Facebook community, I'm going to put the link down there as well. So whichever one y'all are comfortable with, please join us, okay? It's just something about me coming over here live on Facebook. I guess it gives me the ammo to where if I don't record it, oh, no, that ain't good enough. I could just keep rolling with the punches. I don't know. It's God training me in all kind of areas, y'all. He's stretching me, and I'm going to take the stretch that God has given me because I don't want to stay stuck. I don't want to stay in one point. I want to continue to move how God need me to move. So y'all continue to move how God tell you to move because it's better for us. Y'all be encouraged. It's been your coach, Monica Stokes.